Hello, those are in the chat. How you doing? How you doing? Let me see. Oldham Homestead, how you doing, bro? African Dreaming, how you doing? I know April's around there somewhere. How you doing, sis? Living Out Loud Podcast, how you doing? Tampa Creek, how you doing? I'm gonna give these folks a few minutes to get in here because I just had a talk with my grandson too. It kind of pertains to the same thing, and it got my heart a little heavy. So you most definitely can come in because this is more like a part two. Correction. This is more like a part three of a situation that was going on. It's part three with two parts to it. Soup Like Me, how you doing? Let me get 4 more people up in here and then I'll start. I hope everybody had a good day today. Unbiased, how you doing, sis? I was feeling a little bad, and I went on. I started commenting on Unbiased's live to get myself back together. But she's gonna open up a what is it? An Amazon page for. Let me stop. She's not pregnant. Kay Renee, how you doing? Good to see you. One more person, and we can start. But I truly hope everybody had a good day. My heart became a little heavy because I was looking at some videos and I was just trying to get up on some stuff because when something hits you, I can understand what my brother tells me. He said, "You too good for your own self." It's some people just wired different, plain and simple. Some people just wired different. So blessed, how you doing? And I never said nothing like this before, and I don't ask for chats and all that stuff. But this right here is something new, and I'm gonna say share this video out. Share this video out. I don't ask for nothing, but this I'm asking. Please share this video out. And like I said, it's a 2-part. First part last year, around the end of the year, not too much. It was close to end of the year where we had a conversation amongst the community, and we were saying, get some numbers of people in the community. If you're in the area, get the number. If anything happened, if your car break down, you can call them. You're not calling to come live at the house, stay at the house, or whatever. But just, it's good to let somebody know what's going on. That if anything happened, somebody knows what happened to you. Somebody know if you 4 hours away from me and you got a flat, your car break down. Good example. A brother and sister I met at the Soil Family Fest last year. Sunshine and Spoon and Sunshine. They were on their way down here to Georgia, and the truck broke down, and I couldn't get to them at the time all this took place. I couldn't get to them because I also needed my son with me to drive. It kind of hurt me because they broke down and stuff, because I was planning on trying to meet up with them at the time, and there wasn't much I could do. But they told me, I talked to them on the phone several times, and they told me they were doing okay, and I sent them something so that they can have some dinner or whatever. I know they didn't need it, but it's just a gesture. Make yourself comfortable, get a good meal and everything until the help get there. And that's what they did. They went back to Alabama. Everything was safe. Get some numbers. I'm not telling you to bother people or whatever, but just get some numbers in case if you're in that area, you can contact somebody and say, I got such and such problem. Because believe it or not, it'll be a help. It'll be a help. And I was sitting here, I was thinking, I said, well, if I was somewhere, who could I actually call? And I come to the realization, if I was in Alabama, I can call somebody and let them know, one of the people in the community, I could call and let them know what my situation is. If they can help me, they can help me, or they can give me guidance due to the fact I'm not from their Alabama. If I was in Carolina or North Carolina, I could call somebody, hey, I'm broke down. But the thing to it is still try to contact somebody. Right now, if I was like I said, if I break down, there's somebody in Alabama I can call. There's somebody in Atlanta I can call. There's somebody in North and South Carolina I can call. And even up in the north and up in the New York area, there's somebody I can call if I was to break down or something. Drill, how you doing, Drill? Good to see you. Microfarmer, good to see you. It's all said. Let's check. Stuck in New York City. Yeah. If I get stuck in New York City, I most definitely call you. Or Connecticut. We might get stuck in New York, but not Connecticut. But I could call you. That's the first part right there. It's simple. Contact somebody. Let somebody know something about you. Now, the second portion, I'm pretty sure y'all heard about it and everything. Erica Fly family. It was a situation that she's into. I was on her live, and it makes point. It's a good point. Women, men, and children, you got to protect yourself. You got to be aware of your situation. You got to be aware of everything around you. I just got finished. I'm not gonna say I was fussing at my grandson, but I had a real talk with him because he said, I'm getting on my scooter. He want to go outside and ride around. There's not much lights in this area. So why are you going to ride around in this dark? Anything can happen to you. You being a child, you don't think about your safety and stuff. But me being an adult, I'm thinking about you, your grandma, your daddy, everybody else. It's a whole bunch of things where the kids just want to have fun. And that's all they're concerned about, them having some fun. But they put a heavy burden on the parent that they don't realize. My grandson's safety, that's up on me. And with Erica, she has a situation that was going on. I believe her husband gonna take care of whatever. But you got to be aware of your surroundings. Everybody you meet on the street, you don't talk to. If they're progressive and trying to talk to you, try your best to get away. And if they persist, find somebody you know, go to the police station, go in a place where you got some people. I was watching a whole bunch of videos prior to this, and it kind of got me down. I was looking at children abduction, adult abduction, slave trade, all this stuff, and it kind of touched my heart, and I kind of feel some kind of way, but I can't protect everybody. If God gave me the power to protect everybody, I most definitely would. But I'm not everywhere, and I can't do everything. I'm gonna drop the link because I know y'all got something to say about it, and I most definitely want to hear it because I want women to be safe. My wife, I tell her constantly, be in the house before it get dark. Sometimes she tired of listening to me, but I constantly tell her, be in the house before it get dark. And if my brother Michael, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, bro?
I tell her,
I'm glad.
I constantly tell her, be in the house before it get dark. Oh, I'm just going, even if it's 9, 10 o'clock at night, sometimes she want to get up and run to the store. No, I'll go. I don't like my wife leaving out the house and it's dark outside. I got a better chance than she do. And like I told Billy yesterday, I said now and then, just grab your wife and let us see if she can get her loose. 9 times out of 10, women get scared. You got some that'll scream and some that won't. And brothers, we need our wives, our daughters. We got to talk to them and we got to put it in their head. They have to be safe. Another example, my daughter. My daughter was pregnant with that little pretty thing y'all see me carrying. And she said she was out walking with her boyfriend. They in a new area that's building houses and everything. Now, how you gonna walk down the street and see $20 bills just coming down the road? There's new houses being built out there. There's nobody living out there but three or four or five houses that actually fill, but there's money just coming down the road. You gotta be suspicious. I done told my daughter, I said, just because you see $100 on the ground by the car, do not pick it up. I don't care what kind of money you see on the ground. Do not pick it up. Do not kick it. Step over it. And if there's anything there, you get a piece of towel, a glove, or whatever, and you open up that door. You never touch anything when you see a sign like that. But I'm sorry for ranting. Micro Farmer, Odom's Homestead, welcome in, brothers.
What's
How you
going
doing?
on?
How you doing, bro? Yeah. I just came in. I was watching watching you live right now, and I got Nikki's grandkids, but I train my dogs. I mean, I did a video before I shut my other videos down. My dogs are trained to go outside with the girls. They go in the morning. They stay out in the front till the school bus come. They make sure all three of the younger ones, from the pit bull to the two German shepherds, and Minnie and Katie, I train my dogs to protect the babies. I mean, I have time to do that type of work, but my three, the main young girls I got, their main job is to protect the babies. So I understand what you're saying. Where if you have a dog and some of y'all don't have pew pews, whatever, but my dogs are trained. That's how I have time to train them to actually know their job. They're not just pets; they have a job. My dogs, everything on this property I have has a job to do, and they know what their job is to do. That's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
Let me put a little bit in there before you get in, Odoms.
okay.
Let me see. Tampa Creek, I think I spoke to you, but hello if I didn't. Cadota Farm Bees, how you doing?
Okay, we got it.
Stace Hall, how you doing? Tactical Skillionaire, how you doing, bro? All right, go ahead, Odoms.
Yeah, and these days and times, man, it ain't like it was when we was growing up, where you can just let your kids stay out to the street light come on, and everybody in the neighborhood watched your kids. They seen them doing something bad, they were gonna whoop their butt and bring them home to you so you can whoop them. It ain't like that
Yes,
these days. People is man, it's a different world we live in. You got
yeah,
to protect yourself. You can't be on your phone. Women is getting adopted. Even some men. So I mean,
yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
careful. Even in grocery stores, when if we were the grandkids and we at the store, one of us got their hand at all times, and it freaks
right,
my wife out if they get an owl over and she can't see him. If they ain't right there beside it, it freaks them out. Just because the day and time we live in, you got to protect yourself. Men can't be there all the time
right.
because so I urge every woman to have. If you
Yeah,
can't have a film legally, get you some
yeah.
money,
Oh, I'll
get
be
you
shooting a video. You're
just
right. I'll be shooting a video next week about pew pews. My neighbor, she went to Jamaica for a week, so next week she come back. We're going shopping for some pew pews.
Okay.
I'm always told I'm paranoid. I'm aware of my surroundings. I pay attention to everything. Everything.
It pays to be
Always
paranoid. It pays to be
Always.
paranoid.
I'm always aware of my surroundings. You got to be in these days and times. It's just I hate to be, but that's how it is.
And it makes me mad. Like I said, it makes me mad because all the stuff going on, you want the best for everybody, but you can't protect everybody. It's hard just trying to protect your family. That's one of the reasons I start cleaning up my backyard and stuff, because in my front, most people think I live in the country, but from the front of my house, you can see I live in the city. It's a country city. But the point to it is, I don't like my grandkids out in the front. I'd rather them be in the backyard. If they're in the backyard, I don't have to be out there. But if they're in the front, there's going to be an adult out there somewhere. And the oldest one is 11. I don't care. If he out there, I'm going to be outside somewhere. Because, hey, folks don't care no more. They go from 11, 12, 20, all the way down to 4 or 5 years old. Somebody going to try to snatch you up.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
And
you're right. You ain't lying. But that's where, if you've been watching YouTube videos, Instagram, where you see these dogs, people are training they actual dogs, they canines, to protect the children.
right.
That's exactly what I've done with the dogs I got from Nikki, the German Shepherds and the Pit Bull. The lab, she used to do it, but she's got old now. So I gave it to the young girls, which is named Katie, Willow, and Minnie. I train them to be outside. The girls go outside to play in the backyard. They go outside. If they go out in the front to go get the school bus, all three of them outside in front, guarding the girls.
My dogs, I ain't even train them to do it, but they do it anyway. It's just in their blood. It's like
Yeah.
if I get too close to my wife, if me and her playing, I actually hit on her leg, man, they get crazy on me. If I try to kiss her, they in the middle. I'm not playing. I'm not lying. Both of them, they so jealous, boy. They do not like me touching their mama.
Well, it's a good thing at times. Well, Savage knows everybody in the house. Even when my other grandchildren they come, he knows them.
Yeah.
But if Michael was to walk in my yard or something, he's gonna act a fool.
Mhm.
And it takes for me to actually say something to him for him to stop.
Yeah.
He stayed locked up. If he was out, it'd be totally different. So hey.
My
Yeah,
dog,
because because everybody,
right
because I realize everybody doesn't like pew pews. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has a stigma about pew pew. So if you don't want a pew pew, I would say the next good thing, the best thing is a big size dog, not a toy dog. Some type of big dog to give you an option to get out the house and run, or get you a steak knife. I'm sorry, but I know everybody doesn't like pew pews. I mean, they don't like it. But if you're a person that don't like pew pews, I would say, hey, you want to compromise and get yourself a beautiful dog,
there.
a big dog, not a toy dog, a nice size dog to give you a chance to get away.
Yeah. Well, another thing is my wife, she's educated with the gun and everything. She just don't carry it. But I done told my wife, I done bought you so many little knives. Put it in your breast compartment, put it under your breast compartment. I don't care as long as you got something. You can have a sharp pen, pencil, it doesn't matter. I need you to be able to have something that you can stab or stick, whatever,
Or cut
to
yourself free.
get them off you. And
Everyday life of an OCD is shit.
if their hands dirty, I don't care. You bite their hands. We'll worry about the problems later. You bite, scratch, kick, do whatever you got to do to get away. And before I talked to my grandson, I was in the room talking to my wife again. And I said, "Nah, how about you come in the house real late and you drop your keys and it goes up under the car?" She said, "Well, I get back in the car. You don't lock the car." Well, I go back there with Savage. Well, she the one that told me a bullet ain't scared of dogs, which made sense to me. So she said, all them woods we got right there, I will run in the woods.
There you go.
she put one on me. I wasn't thinking like she was thinking, but she put it on me.
But the
And
dog give her a shot to run. You get what I'm saying? It gave you a chance to get away.
right, she could run in them woods right there. There's two houses on the other side of them woods, houses all the way in the back, and come around to the front. A deputy and some other folks right there, they might not like it, but tear that door up, try to kick it down so they come out there.
I'm going for the eyes, ears, nose, and throat. And
That's
oh,
it.
that's right.
I just want everybody in this community. I want to be safe. I don't want hear nothing where somebody fear for their life and you right there in your own home and you got to be fearful. It's not a good thing. I think about my mom back when I was a little fella. We were in New York. We were going from Long Island. No, we were going from Brooklyn to Albany. The car broke down. Ain't no street lights out there. You'll find a
Okay,
you find a
J3,
telephone box every now and then.
J3, J3. I know you're in Georgia, but we don't call up here Albany. We call it Albany. I'm
All big.
sorry. It's
State
not
capital.
Albany. It's
The,
Albany. It's Albany here up in the
the
north.
state
We don't
the
say
state
Albany.
capital. The state capital of New York. Okay.
It's Albany, Georgia. I mean
The
Albany,
state.
Albany, New York.
See, you wrong, and you're trying to correct me. The state capital of
No,
New
because
York.
hold on, because my mom lived in
Right.
we look at Albany, Georgia. My mom lived there. I live in Dawson. I mean,
Right.
I stayed in Dawson, right? But I was just say up in the north, we call it Albany, Georgia.
Albany.
Albany.
Right. But the point to it is, on them streets out there, there's no lights. You might get a light every mile or every quarter, not even a quarter, about every mile, every 2 miles. And you had telephone booths that were now and then. And our car broke down. Me and my mom, we walked a little distance. I was trying to stay out of the phone booth. She took slammed me in the phone booth, and she stood right there. And another car stopped to ask, "Can we help?" She said, "No, we fine. We fine." We stayed in that phone booth for over 30 minutes or so. She was talking to her brother, and then finally we walked back to the car, and we were locked up in the car until he came pulling up.
Yeah, see, he's talking about the phone booths that used to have a building. It was a little door, you could slide the door closed. See, I don't think a lot of people remember those phone booths you're talking about.
Uh,
I remember.
if you don't know what a phone booth is, it kind of like a porta potty. It's made of glass. There's no
Yeah,
pooper in there. There's a phone in there.
The phone hanging up, bro.
And when
yeah.
you have no money, you stick your hand up in there hoping somebody left a change in there. But realistically speaking, we got to be careful no matter what.
Yeah.
Because I don't care how bad a woman you think you are, whatever, you still can't outmuscle. You got some women that got it all, but when it come down to it, they don't have the endurance of a man, unless he's just a little wimpy fella. Ladies, you got to be careful. Ladies, we got to protect these children. Men, we got to protect both of them and ourselves.
That's
My
true.
wife, I tell her all the time, put knives in your purse, keep a knife in the car, keep everything you need in that car. And if we're going someplace, if I'm not here, then she had a pew pew in the car. Other than that, she don't put it in the car. Whew. It's exhausting and it pisses me off. I can't protect everybody, but watching these videos and stuff, it makes me mad.
Hmm.
It does. It does when you see stuff like that. It makes you mad. But man, it's a different world from where we come from.
Yes.
People ain't, I don't know, people just ain't dealing with full deck. Not everybody.
Yeah, you know a lot about that, Odo.
You got a whole bunch of people out here, and a lot of them, the only thing they're concerned about is themselves, what they can do for themselves, and how they can enslave somebody else. I'm plain and simple. how they can enslave somebody else to make them do what they want to do.
You
What
know,
they should do.
all of this snatching people and all of that. I think a lot of that stems from how our border is right now. Our border is unprotected. It got citizens down there protecting the border now. And the people now, they just letting anybody walk in. You know what the cartel is? Like what they do, they bring drugs and kidnapping. I mean, you just gotta be careful, man. These people crazy around these days.
You know, you're right. Y'all right. But at the end of the day, we have come into a society. Don't expect a man in the parking lot to come to defend you because his wife want him to come home.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we got this stigma that if you're a woman, you coming in the parking lot, I supposed to come over and help you get it from being attacked. Those days are over. The women made that so bad where the wives saying, "Hey, I need you to come home with me and my kids. You got a family. You ain't got time to get killed in no parking lot trying to defend some woman you don't know."
True.
So a lot of men are not doing that, running to your rescue, ladies. You're going to have to be doing your own diligence, pepper spray, like Jay was saying, carry a knife, because don't expect me to come running, going dinner, because I have a wife and young children myself, and they want me to come home every day, not get killed because I'm protecting some woman who probably had a beef with a boyfriend or ex, and I get killed in the parking lot. Now her husband and their father is dead trying to protect a woman who should have been dealing with a man that she shouldn't have been dealing with. So I'm not running to nobody's rescue no more.
Well, it's called observing the scene. The
Yeah.
scenario you gave is called observing the scene. If you realize it's a boyfriend and girlfriend, 9 times out of 10, I won't get involved either, unless I actually see her bleeding from the face. It's just me. It's just me.
Because your obligation as a man, I'm a man of color. My job is to come home, bro.
True, but let me step back one, bro.
All right.
I served, and unfortunately, what I did in the military, I brought it to the civilian world with me. I believe in protecting people. But if my family is right there in the midst of it, I have to protect my family. But if my family's not in the midst of it, I'm not Superman, but the protection thing comes in my head. That's just me.
Yeah. But it got so bad nowadays, man. You can't even go to the grocery store and people just coming off in there shooting in the malls and stuff, man. It's like you can't. You got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to watch. It is telltale signs that you can tell when something just ain't right.
That's true. And then again, as we saying this, there's a lot of fights to get you in it, to abduct you. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. One of the videos I saw today, a lady was trying to abduct a little girl. Her and her partner was on a motorcycle. They tried to get the little girl, but this other lady, she observed, see what was going on. She left her own store to take care of that little girl.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is not individual. Sometimes it's in a group. I'm fighting my wife, but the whole case is not me fighting the wife. It's me getting you. You helping me, and in the end, we got you.
Yeah.
So we have to think about all the situation. We got to think about what's going on. I'm not going to tell you just run up to a situation and you be Batman. Stand back and think and study a situation no matter what. Before you take any actions, before you touch a pew, anything, you have time to think. And that's that. We got to think. We got to think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's the times that we live in. It's like I said, my neighbor, she just left for Jamaica yesterday and she got her permits and everything like that. And she was like, "Will I go with her?" Because her husband passed away like 10 years ago. And now she's by herself. And she realized she just can't depend on me to protect her if something goes on. She has my number. My neighbors have my numbers. But I told her, I said, "You're going to have to get something to protect yourself because I might be asleep or I might not even be here when things pop off." She has no Her son moved to Florida, and she's basically in this big house next to me by her, by herself situation. So I told her, so she went and got it. She took the class, and she's asking me would I go with her to pick up, a pew pew, help her go shop for one. That I said, yeah, I'll make a video of that, going with my neighbor to go find her a nice pew pew. You know, because women starting to realize, yeah, it's great to be strong, independent, by yourself. I feel I'm I'm good by myself, but at the end of the day, are you actually able to protect yourself by yourself? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's what really comes down to. A lot of women had men or a husband or a boyfriend, but there's a lot of women out here playing this independent. I'm a strong black person, whatever. But can you protect yourself by yourself?
I know us as men, we tough, you know what I'm saying, and people confront you or get on to you, you ready to fight. But you gotta watch it these days, man. People don't fight no more.
Right.
People do not fight no more. They will shoot you.
Well,
But most of
I,
them
I know
walk
I know
away.
about that. That what got me in trouble. I mean, I'm just saying I don't. Hey, listen, I got in trouble for that stuff. But go ahead.
It's best to
well,
walk away. If they don't put their hands on you, most time words don't hurt, boy. Sometimes it's best to walk away
right,
so you can go home to your
I,
family.
I, I learned that. I learned that. Walk away. Walk away. Don't fire up on somebody real quick.
right. Sometimes you can talk your way out of stuff, and sometimes you just got to have that finesse. Let me say, J.K. Gardner, how you doing, Miss T with the T? How you doing, Nikki? Uh, how you doing, sis? The ODC ish chick. Uh, Miss Telling the Truth, boss lady. How you doing? TG tapping and enjoying gardening. So yes, I just learned her real name yesterday. Space Hall, how you doing? All right, that's everybody. The link is in the chat. If some of you ladies want to come up, it's good to have a ladies' view too, because we men we talking about security for women, protecting your wife, your sister, your mama, your children, other little children. Hey,
Yeah, because the only males on my property right now is me and Marshmallow the rabbit. I got one male rabbit and me. We're the only males on my property. Everything else is a woman or female.
so
So
you got a big job. You gotta protect the rabbits and two-legged humans there.
so that's why I went and got these dogs. I mean, I started out with one, now I have four, and they're the best investment ever. You know, thanks to Nikki, the OCSD's chick. Thanks her for giving us Willow and Minnie. Um, so that's a blessing. And McKinsley, she gave us in Kentucky. She gave me Katie, but they needed I actually paid full price for it. But she's the first dog we have. She's 11 years old this year, and she's retired. And now the young girls are coming up, and I'm training them to protect the family, protect the house, protect the children. Like you said, even though because you got a pew pew, you got to watch the laws in your state, your county, your whatever you live at, because you just can't go out here playing Andy Oakley either, because you can find yourself behind bars protecting your own family.
Right.
So how old
It's
do
Uh,
not
y'all
cut.
how old do
It's
y'all
not cut and dry.
how old do y'all think y'all kids should be before you start introducing them to guns and how to shoot guns?
5 years old. five
there's
years old.
the only difference. The only reason I haven't getting my grandson into it yet because he's into video games and stuff, and I've noticed he don't say I'm gonna try and do it. He said I can do it before he actually put his hand to it. He's oh I know how to do it. I know how to do it. No, you don't know how to do it. You learn how to do it. Working with the bow and arrow and stuff. Oh, I can shoot the bow. No, you can't shoot the bow. I said you got to take classes. You got to learn how to do this. You can't just jump up, get the bow, and figure you're gonna hit the target every time. You can't. You won't. You need to be trained in this stuff. I believe when my grandson hit his 12th birthday, then I actually introduced a gun to him because his mind right now is still, I can do it. okay, you can do it, but you don't want to take training on how to do it. That's why I refuse to put it in his hand. Now he know there's a shotgun by the door. He don't touch it. I explained to him, and he knows. If I tell him go get that gun, he knows what to do. Other than that, he's not allowed to touch it.
Yes.
And like Miss Telling, the truth boss lady, vans at the stores trying to get people for sex trafficking and so forth. Therefore, jumping in, watching, observation, and surrounded. Yeah, there's a whole bunch at these stores, gas stations, all that, where they trying to grab people, sex slaves. We got to watch our young people, male and female.
Yep. I don't too much worry about my wife around the house, but when she's out, I worry about it. But around the house, I mean, she got these dogs. I got so many guns here. You'd be in trouble if you come here if I'm out here. But when she's out, I do worry about that. When she's out without me.
And that's the thing, right? If I tell my wife, you got to give up your car keys, I think y'all might have to come save me. No, I ain't giving up my car. No, well, be in the house before it get dark. I'll be there. I'm still looking at me.
You see what Tampa Creek?
I'm supposed to be here. I bug my wife. If it's getting dark, I bug my wife. I want to know exactly where she at and what's going on. Gardening is great. How you doing? Ain't no ladies got no view on this. I would like a ladies' input too.
Did you see what Tampa Creek put on there?
Let me see. Tampa Creek. Oh.
537.
I know some twins from Memphis. They was men well on the twins was at the gas station, and he saw a man beating on a woman and interfered, and the man shot and killed him, and all the was trying to. Yeah, that's true. It will happen. Like I said, you gotta check the surroundings before you get in to do anything. You got to check the surroundings. Pamela Potlaw, how you doing?
I'm Tampa's Creek.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Tampa's Creek. But yeah, it was two twins down there in Memphis. Two twins down there in Memphis. What is wrong with this phone?
You got your YouTube tab open too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. Hold on. Let me take the YouTube off. Hold on, let me take it off. I don't know how you do it.
It's the
Hold on.
how are we going now? Okay, that's her. Try it now, Tampa.
It's not doing.
We can hear you. There's no echo.
Yeah, I got an echo.
You have echo.
Yeah, I got an echo.
You turn your YouTube off. You mute your YouTube.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Take me off and then
Go ahead. We ain't gonna worry about it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say take me off and then I'll come back.
Okay, I was gonna say the message is more important than the echoing.
Okay. Well, it was two twins down there in Memphis, and they was brothers. Well, one of the brothers was at a gas station pumping gas, and he observed a man and a woman fighting. So he was trying to help the woman out, but the guy ended up pulling the gun on him and shooting and killing him, just because he was trying to help.
Wow.
And we still have to think about it, no matter what the situation. Before we run in there like Superman, we have to think about the situation. We got to observe what's going on and
You got it.
look at the individual. If he got a gun or something, look at the individual. If it's in his pocket or his back or whatever, look, try to find something out. If you see a weapon, most definitely call the police or something.
Exactly. And see, I Uber every day. And I get out early in the morning to Uber every day. And I take my pew pew with me. But I'm aware of my surroundings, but sometimes I get an eerie feeling and I won't go in a certain area. But yeah, I mean, it's sad that you have to be like that, but that's the world that we live in.
Yep, that's the
Right.
world we live in.
And
And then I also pulled up to a gas station and it was this van. It kind of pulled close to my car. So I actually ended up locking my door and I didn't get out the car. And I was trying to figure out what they were doing, but you couldn't see in the van. So I ended up just leaving the gas station and pulling off. And Miss
Right.
Tellen was saying that it's just sad. That's just the world we live in.
yeah,
It's nobody's safe. Men, women, children, old people, nobody's safe. So, like you said, J3S, we have to be aware of our surroundings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we got to
Yeah.
try and take care of each other. I know we're not in the same areas or whatever the case may be, but we got to try to take care of each other.
people don't think no more. They don't use their head. They so quick to pull a gun and try to shoot you. They won't fight no more.
Yeah.
That's been gone.
You
I
right about
mean,
that.
I ain't gonna lie, Odom. I ain't gonna lie, Odom. I'm too old to fight, so I'm ready. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep it 1 million with y'all right now, nigga.
Yeah,
My hands on my hands on that thing. You know what I mean? I can't fight no 35 and 25 because I knew when I was 25 and 35, I'll whoop a 55-year-old butt cheeks. So I'm 56, so I know I don't have the strength and the stamina to be rocking with no 35 and 25-year-old. I'm sorry, my hand is on something. You know what I mean?
that's true. That is true.
I know I can't beat no 25 and 35-year-old with some good hands like I used to have. I'm being honest.
Try to put some moral on it, Michael. Try to put some moral on it.
I tried, babe. Like they said, your body say you can do it, but your body's saying it ain't happening, Pop. I became Pop now. I became Pop. Pop go to Weasel. That's how I feel about it. I'm Pop now.
My body, you know.
I'll be honest with you. So if I get into a fight with somebody, I had no way of getting out of that situation. I'm serious, y'all.
Well, let's hope there's somebody around you that can guide you.
Yeah, her name is called Nina. I don't need no help. I got Nina with me with 13 of them sisters.
Hey,
Her name is called Nina. Don't let me have to show you what's up. Don't let her show up. That's what I'm just asking people.
That's something we need to do. Know your neighbors, men and women. I know a few of mine, and I've been living here 19 years. I only know a few.
yeah.
Most of the ones that I knew when I first moved here, they moved. They're gone by now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's another thing too. Know your neighbors. Stop being antisocial because sometimes your neighbors can come and help you. Especially if you're a person that don't believe in the pew pew world. Most likely, where I'm at, one of your neighbors got a pew pew. You know what I mean? If you don't speak to that person, don't look for that person to come save you. I'm serious. Because there's some neighbors that don't talk to me, and they whole world. I can watch them get robbed, and I look at them like, wow, yo, you gonna take his sneakers too? I'll be like, you gonna take his sneakers?
Oh man, you got the same neighbor, huh?
Oh, we got the same neighbor.
Yeah, we got the same neighbor.
I got a neighbor. I got two neighbors I don't speak to at all.
No, I don't. But
So if I can watch them I can see them getting assaulted and robbed, and I would just look at them when the police come. I ain't see nothing.
Michael.
But you was right there. I ain't see nothing.
You see what P.I.
Being honest. You don't like me, I don't like you either. So I can watch your house get robbed. They be like, go ahead. They got a microwave up on the third floor.
You
They
ain't
got some
gonna
stuff in the garage. I'm gonna rock that down.
I don't care about
I
that.
ain't calling.
At least call the police.
No, I ain't calling nothing. I ain't calling, I ain't
I'm
calling
gonna be
nothing.
your
They,
house next, man. They gonna be sitting there
I'm gonna
watching
pray
it.
for you.
Well, look at this
don't pray for
microwave.
me. Pray for my neighbors because I could be watching them get robbed. I can see them get molested, whatever. I
I'm
ain't calling
praying for you,
nobody.
Michael. I'm praying for you, bro.
Yo, you don't like me, I don't like you either. That's how we gonna keep it rocking.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
They don't like me
The
because
the
my skin. They don't like me
I
because my skin color. So I'm gonna keep it 1 million with y'all. They don't like me because my skin color.
Okay.
That flew over your heads, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm
I
in the
have
same situation.
I have both in my family. I got three aunties that are, three sister-in-laws that are Caucasian. So hey,
I
but you
got
know what's
Caucasian.
so scary? My 9-year-old, I have a 9-year-old granddaughter that I have custody of because all the stuff that's going on in schools and the shootings and the stuff. I don't even send her to school. She's homeschooled. I'm just terrified of getting that phone call. You know,
yes.
because back in the day, we didn't hear about people going into school, shooting up the school, and it wasn't that easy for you to go into school to do that.
I mean, what's got to be wrong with you anyway
Yeah.
to go take something out on a bunch of kids?
Well,
Exactly.
but then you have
So
kids that's
she's
actually doing it
homeschooled.
too.
When we
You
was
have
kids,
kids
man,
that actually doing it.
Exactly.
when we was in high school and stuff, we rode around with 12 gauge in the back of our truck, but then nobody ever bring none into the
Right.
school.
Now you ain't allowed to be on school property with it. But that's another conversation I had with my grandson before we came on here too. If you hear some noise and you can't just freeze and say, "Oh, he got a gun." No, you hit the floor and you better find somewhere to hide. Whatever.
Exactly.
We told my granddaughter get out of there. If they hear
That's
them
it.
inside of school, if you in a classroom with a window, get out that window. I don't care what your teacher say. Get out that window, stay low, get to the bushes. Call us.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah, it's
be standing
sad
around
though.
with
I fear every day that because I have 9 grandkids and Mackenzie is the only one that's homeschooled. And the other 8, they're in daycare and in school. And I just fear if I get that phone call, that's one phone call I don't want,
I don't
you
want it.
know.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
So y'all schools. I mean, because I don't live that far from Sandy Hook. If y'all know the famous Sandy Hook
Yeah.
school shooting, I'm only like 5 miles away from that school. Oh, it used to be school. But you can't get in our school systems no more. You got it's almost like remember Get Smart. Dun, 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 dun. You got doors to come through now. There's no coming through first. One door opens up, you come in you're in a section, right?
Right.
Then the other door opens up. You just can't. One door doesn't open up. You got to go through that first door. Got to open up. Then you come into like a corridor. Then they wait for another door to open up. Somebody's greet you at that second door. So it's like they can spray you, poison you, because there's a gap between the doors. So it's several doors you got to come through before you get. And your parents can't do like they did back in the day. Just come pick up your kids. Your kids pickup got to be scheduled.
Yeah, you got to call or
I wish
notify
they
them
would
before
have
you
that
pick
back
them
in
up.
the day. I probably would have almost saved my life from my mama, boy.
Only older would say that.
Stop, boy.
Yeah.
Well, that's your story to tell, bro.
Hey J3, can you let me leave out the chat? Because my phone froze on me.
We don't see you frozen, but you can leave the chat. All you got to
I've
do
been
is
trying to
just
push the button, but it ain't working.
So she asked you to kick her out. That's what she asked you to kick
Yeah,
her out.
kick me out.
Hey, I'm gonna step down too, bro. I appreciate it. Good conversation. Good
Yeah,
conversation. One that well needs to be had.
right.
yeah,
I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get out here and deal with these wild dogs.
yeah. My dogs went outside already. Yeah, Jay. So yeah, for anybody who don't like pew pews, The compromise is get you a good sized dog. You know, I know a lot of people got them toy dogs. And for either alarm system, they got the toy dog because those little dogs do bark if something comes up on your property, gives you a heads up. But I need some type of dog that's going to knock you down, give me a chance to get where I need to get. So you got to fight off four dogs when you come up in here. You got four dogs to fight off. So chances are, by the time you get rid of all four of them, I'm already, got my stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So please, for the people, the women, I know some people don't like dogs, they scared of dogs. If you're scared of pew pews, I would think the dog would be the next best thing for your people. Or pepper spray by your bedside or something. I don't know.
Well, it's plain and simple. If you're scared of the pew pew, get something. Get knives, spray. Get. In the military, we had some metal ink pens. I used to always carry two of them in my pocket. I wasn't allowed to walk in the building with a gun all the time, but I always had my pen.
Yeah.
And all I
You
do
know,
is just click it, and you have a weapon right there. You have
now,
to
Jay, I hate to
think.
cut you off, Jay. I thought I saw it, but I'm not too sure. But anybody in this chat, because I don't see the chat, I believe they had some type of spray for your assault. Like if you was to be assault, it was like the same ink that's in the money bags, where that doesn't wash off your assailant. You know what I mean? It's a spray or a pepper or a type of something that if somebody keeps attacking you, you spray them. It's the same ink they have on the money bags. When you pop the money bag, you go poof, where the guy can't lie.
So they'll know who actually was the individual. Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm not too sure. I thought I saw it. I could have dreamed this. I don't know because I'm not sure. I thought they had something like a spray that it was like a pepper spray mixed with a dye. So if you sprayed that guy's face, his face, it was the same ink they used for the money bag.
Yeah. Homestead Rachel, I can understand you being scared, but I want you to treat that individual like it's a deer. I know you put a deer down. You put that individual down like he's a deer.
Yeah, a two-legged deer.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, but if you don't feel like taking another human's life but I would think if anybody in the chat could actually look that up or make a video, I believe they have a pepper spray that actually have dye in it, that money bag dye in it. I'm not too sure. Maybe somebody can find out later about it.
9 times out of 10, if you shoot somebody, if you're not familiar with a gun, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna kill them. You might shoot them, but you won't hit them in a detriment spot, depending on who.
Well,
Yeah.
I learned that in Connecticut. They teach us here in Connecticut, shoot them, send them on, delete the person. Because
Yeah.
if you injure the person, they can turn around and sue you for the injuries that they attacked you, but they got hurt, and they can turn around and sue you for your house, your car, your everything, your assets. Trust me, you got to look at the laws in your state. Here, they tell you to delete the person. Because if you injure the person can turn around and sue you for their injuries. I put out years ago, I had another video. Somebody stole a chicken and a rabbit off my property, right? I put a bear deterrent. I put some nails and I put it in, the Christians and Catholic people told me, that's not but a kid. And I said, if he stepped back over my property, he's going to step on a bed of nails. The bear, and I took it up because I was like, you know what? I would be that grimy person. If I heard him holler, I'd come out there and pow him. And they were saying, but then again, you're going to be in trouble because he's not armed. Even though he came on your property, he came out blazing. So what I did was took it up and got dogs, real dogs. So now you come over here and the dogs go, I'm going to watch the Patriots, the New England Patriots, while they mauling you to death. Now, the only way you get saved is one of these neighbors call them. Even when they knock on my door, I'm not opening my door until I hear you stop holler. Because then all I'm going to do is go, oh my God. Yeah, somebody's back there. My dog's mauled them to death. I didn't hear it. I was watching a football game.
Hey, that's why you have a spare unmarked water gun.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ. I got a
If
pit
you read
bull.
between the lines.
I know. I heard what you said. I know what you said. But here it goes. That's why I got a pit bull and 2 German shepherds. If that doesn't take care of you in that backyard, then the other stuff come out. You know what I mean? But if that pit bull lock up on you and the German shepherd shred you to pieces, if those 3 don't take care of you, you know, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I think they'll be in the dog pound by next week.
Miss Rachel, yeah, they train you to take life. Me, like I said, I'm a little different for the simple reason I have to deal with the situation. But me personally, because actually the prison system is the one that taught me.
You still got a house phone? You still got a house phone, man?
No, that's my cell phone.
Oh,
The difference is between me and you. I've used the gun there so many times that when I went to the pistol range, I would always get 100 on a target until one of the instructors finally told me, you know what? If we after somebody and you shoot them straight off the bat, we know you meant to shoot them
cool.
because they looked at my targets and stuff from the time I started the prison system until about 6 months after. They was looking at my targets the whole time. They said, if you shoot somebody, you meant to shoot them. So that's why I kind of alleviate from always doing a head or a heart shot. That's just me. Because he was pointing out to me that automatically the judge could say, you had a chance to wound him, but you shot him straight in the heart. So that's why I backed off of shoot to kill.
Yeah, but Connecticut teach you to take a situation, like she said. Connecticut here, they teach you to don't wound nobody. Because if he comes up in your house at 3 o'clock in the morning, he ain't coming to say play pokers with you or Patino with you. He didn't
That's
come because
That's
we
different.
we in a constitutional state, right? Most houses around me, just probably around Georgia and everywhere else, there's a pew pew in it. So if you come through these doors at 3 o'clock in the morning, he didn't come to play cards with you. Feel me?
Right. There's
Because
a
he
time.
knows there's a chance that he's gonna interact with the homeowners.
Right. There's a town in Atlanta where it's against the law if you don't have one in the house.
Mm, mm.
You live in that town, you got to have one. If you live in that town, they find you don't have one, you can get arrested.
Oh, wow.
Chevy Addicted, how you doing?
Somebody should do a video about that town. That town that you got to have one. If you don't have one, you could be arrested for not having one.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the town, but
Well, they make a video about it. Make a video about it.
My youngest brother lives there.
Oh, okay.
I had to call. I heard of it, and I called him to find out, and he said, "Yeah, it's a law. You have to have a gun to live in that town."
Oh, wow.
But I want to thank everybody for coming in, and I most definitely want to tell you, depending on the situation, think about what has to be done before you do it. Protect your children, protect your wife, protect your children. You have to protect individuals no matter what. Get a stick, get a knife, get something to keep in your possession to protect you.
Mhm.
If you don't like guns, get something to protect you. If you don't know how to scream, learn how to scream. Try to be somewhere where there's somebody always around and you won't be out by yourself, because folks don't care about you and nobody else. They want to steal and take whatever they can to so-called live a better life that let them tell it.
Yep.
I'm afraid
So,
of.
y'all take care. Good night, Jay. Thank you for having me up here. And I'm
Michael,
dropping my videos. I'm doing hydroponic. I'm trying to grow that corn looking delicious. And y'all take care. And hit the like button, y'all here. And I'll see you around the YouTube world.
appreciate it, bro.
Mhm.
Everybody in chat, I want to thank you for coming on. My phone kept on blowing up, so I know I got to take care of that. I want to thank you. Y'all be blessed and be safe out here. See y'all in these streets.